This is Edexcel GCSE PE, looking at the topic of 1.1.2, do with sports participation and the participation pyramid and government strategies. This multiple choice question 1 is asking you about Sport England's initiative, and it's talking about the start, stay, succeed objectives. If you read the answers A, B, C and D, we're looking for something which includes start, stay and succeed. A is focusing specifically on start, so it's not going to be that one. B, increase the number of adults. Stay, about aims at keeping officials working in sport, reducing costs. And this last one, succeed, creating opportunities for talent performers to achieve success, which is in link with the stay, start, succeed. So the answer is D. Question 2 is actually split into 3 areas, A, B and C. As you can see here with part A, it's asking to give one reason why the over 50s tennis player is taking part in physical activity. With this question, you're looking at social, mental, or physical. So that's the first thing that comes into my mind. Just before I answer that question, if you move on and have a look at this 2 other parts of the question, it's asking also about the hockey player, and I need to be able to explain a reason why the hockey player takes part in sport, but it's got to be different to what I say for the tennis player, and state whether the reason is social, physical or mental. So you're going to have to write a little bit more detail in part B, so make sure you write about the one you know a little bit more detail about, so you can get full marks. So back to part 2A, I'm going to decide to write for competition. The answer competition there is going to be specifically in the mental area, so I'll put that in brackets for you. You do not need to write this in the exam paper, just write the keyword there, competition. Moving on to part B, about the hockey player, the reason why she takes part in physical activity, I'm going to write down to cooperate and work with others. Because we're talking about cooperation and working with others, this is going to be social. So that's me now, hopefully got my 2 marks. The final part to the question, some people, for example the tennis playing the figure above, continue to participate in sport as they get older. Identify one factor that can influence people in sustaining their involvement in physical activity. So I'm not looking for social, physical or mental. I'm not looking at any of these. I'm looking at a reason that can stop people or can allow people to continue to take part in that physical activity. So one simple thing might be access. Access to tennis courts. For 1 mark. But again, at this point you could have written lots of different things to do with culture. Something about family, about friends, about the image of the activity. So we're starting to think about factors that influence people specifically.